There's something really special that happens when a community of like-minded individuals come together for a special event. This year, all 5 of us made it to the Digital Discipleship Conference on the Gold Coast. And it was truly an amazing event. Just the fact that we were in a room with over 100 people, all with the same combined vision for ministering in the digital space. To be in that sort of a scenario is so different, because all of the people that we deal with from our ministry perspective, right, is via our podcast or via our Facebook page or even via Instagram. So it's never in person. It's never real human face-to-face interaction. And so going to a conference where you are in a room with over 100 people who are all passionate about the same thing, where you can sit down and have conversations and collaborate and brainstorm and have all of those amazing interactions, is just something that's truly next level. I wanted to create a video that would narrate our experience or our journey as we went, but on top of that, I wanted to have some reflections. So the travel down was an early start, but let's have a look at that. Good morning.
Ready for DDC?
Absolutely. So we're just doing a car swap. Dave's car is going into the garage and we're all getting in here to leave. So my wife's probably over there laughing at me because I'm vlogging in the car, but anyway.
Hello.
Hello.
Ready to go?
Ready.
We're stopped having some breakfast. What are you looking forward to most about DDC?
Meeting new people.
What about you? What are you looking forward to most?
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben. He's looking forward to Uncle Ben the most.
These are not words. These are things that we are speaking into your lives. I have prayed for each and every one of you who are sitting in this chair. I've been through so much stuff for this conference, you guys have no idea. The devil has been so busy, and there's a reason why each and every one of you are sitting in the chairs that you're sitting in right now. So may the Lord fulfill all of your petitions.
The ATT family is exactly that, a family. A number of us have wives and children, and so we were able to go down together. And while we were staying at the accommodation, when we weren't doing the DDC thing, we were able to spend some great time together. Here's some of our morning routine.
What's happening here, Ben?
Morning protein.
Because you need all that protein for DDC.
Absolutely.
G'day, welcome to the GC. Not the General Conference, the Gold Coast.
Is this your idea of humour? Dare I get in?
Your choice, buddy.
All right, boys. Next stop, DDC.
Woo!
So, guys, what's been your favourite so far? Favourite aspect of DDC or workshop or whatever?
Visiting the Gold Coast airport before coming to it.
We should probably explain that.
Flight school.
So NATO is going to attend flight school into this year, and so yeah, he got to go down and check that out beforehand. So that was pretty cool, right?
I'm enjoying the fact that I can finally put some faces to some of the names that you've been throwing around for the last 12 months.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I was saying to someone yesterday that what I found really interesting is that because I've spoken to so many people online, I'm familiar with all their faces but not their heights, and so I keep getting surprised by how tall and short people are. What about you, Dave?
I think probably my favourite so far has been the opportunity to catch up with people around the tables and over dinner and that sort of thing. Yeah, just collaboration and connection. It's been awesome.
So what about you, Matt? What have you liked so far?
I've liked the concept of responsible driving and some focusing on the road. So you should stop filming.
I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with these boys. Ever since we started, every time I bring the camera out, they get all agitated, and I don't know what's wrong with them. So what is the deal with this? Guys in kilts carpet cleaning. I don't want to know.
One thing that stood out to me above all else with the keynote speakers, and that is all of the tech, all of the digital tools are just that. They're tools. Ultimately, they are a way for us as an individual to connect and speak to and tell stories to another individual. And if we can do that in a way that communicates the gospel from point A to point B, we've accomplished our task. Sometimes we get so wrapped up on the details of how we do it that we forget why we do it. And ultimately the why is what brings power to the what. And so this is something that I think I'll be taking away from this conference, that while the tools are awesome, they're not the be all and end all. Ultimately, it's the message that we're communicating, the change that we're trying to effect. There were so many people that I would love to highlight, but I didn't get the opportunity to talk to every single person there. But here are some of the people who participated in the marketplace on Saturday evening.
So, signing up, you just do it.
I'm famous, bro.
Oh, awesome.
Tell me what you're doing.
Not much.
Can you tell me a little bit about what's on the table?
Yeah, promoting the Go You board game. So, an Adventist board game, Adventist identity, strategy, mission, leadership. Yeah, all in one game.
Awesome.
It's the game I wish I had when I was a kid.
Yeah, and to be honest, I cannot wait for my copy of this.
It's coming. It's coming.
So, Pastor, tell me about your book.
So it was a book that I wrote. It covers, I suppose, about 20 years of my life, but it's actually set over the past 6 years of my life. So it's really just how their observations on life. It's reflecting back on stories and dealing with issues of love, truth, faith, struggle, and how we live from the here that we find ourselves at. How we got here doesn't really matter, but it's how we live from here. You know, so that's really what the book is about, living from here. You know.
Thank you so much. And if someone wanted to get a copy who's not here, how would they get a copy?
They can get a copy of it on Kindle, or you can go to eddiehippolyte.com and you can get a copy there. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Okay, so the Edge magazine is basically a youth-run magazine. So it's a youth magazine run by the AUC, and basically everything that we put on the website or on the magazine is youth content. So anything sent in from all over Australia, the youth from Australia, we like to put it on and basically make it a hub for all their creativity. So any articles, poems, artworks is basically what we like to post up on the site. Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
G'day, Luke. Thanks for asking about Adventist Passport. Essentially, Adventist Passport is a way of connecting all of the fantastic people in our community that are working to make our world a better place. So you can check in, find out some places near you. So we're here at the Digital Discipleship Conference, but this could be your local church. See what events are coming up. So there's some great sessions here that I could join. Also to see within the groups, it might be that you've got a Sabbath school for kindergarten. So people could join that kindergarten group and get emails about what's happening within the kindergarten group. Within your profile, you can set what your interests are. So you could then get notified of content coming from creators that might be of interest to you. So it might be that you like food, so you get food blogs about vegetarian and vegan food. It might be you like travel, so you find out about mission trip opportunities. Find churches nearby, find the other groups that you might want to join, find the creators who are creating great content that you might want to subscribe to, and you might actually also want to be a patron and start donating to support them in their work. So basically, yeah, all built in there within the Adventist Passport. So if people want to go to adventistpassport.org, they can sign up, and we can be in touch as we grow out the community.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
After the conference, we were all encouraged to go out, have some dinner together and spend some time building friendships, which is exactly what we did.
We're here for the
But sometimes the savoury's good enough to fill it with.
Right. It overflows. Quality. Really likes you. Give him a face for the camera.
Having so many creatives in one place meant that we did have the opportunity to help out with other people's media projects.
Really enjoyed some of the keynote speakers and the workshops that we've been doing, particularly Rome Yulia and Jess Shipton. So Rome, I love his enthusiasm. He's been a great kick up the butt to get going and really focus on the missional aspect of our church and my personal ministry. And Jess has been great because the tips that she's given have been so practical. And I know I'm going to be able to implement them immediately, like from tomorrow. I'm going to be going or messaging my pastor and saying, we're not boosting our Facebook posts anymore. We're going to use Facebook ads. Okay, David? So that's been great. And also just all of the networking, like getting to meet people like yourself and have those really cool conversations in between the sessions, like over lunch, has also been great. I actually had a conversation with Leslie, one of the keynote speakers here, and he somehow conned me. I don't know, maybe it wasn't conning. Maybe it was just the Holy Spirit speaking through him. But he has made me accountable to actually start my blog. So hopefully within the next week, I'll get that going. He's going to be messaging me next Sunday and saying, have you hit publish? So it's really accountable.
Favorite. The whole thing's been great.
Yeah. For me, it's definitely been the networking. Everyone said, oh, the networking is the best part. And I was sort of just like, how much of a difference can it really make? But I really appreciate how open everyone has been, how much everyone has been wanting to help other people out, and the number of people I've met. It's been super useful.
Yeah, I'd say something similar. I think coming and meeting people who are in a similar field to you, even if they've got different creative pursuits in that, and we all have the same, I guess, like challenges, but also the same things we're excited about. So to be able to talk to other people and then hear like some of the really awesome keynote speakers just share about their vision and where we can go as a church as well. It's been really, really good. Everyone's been really open and friendly and up for a chat, so it's been great.
Is there anything that you are going to be able to apply directly that you've learned here or decided to do while you've been at the conference?
It's the social media marketing. element of side, and also the search engine optimization part. And so I take care of the website and the social for Adra Australia, and definitely something that I'm excited to implement and improve on.
Yeah, probably something similar too.
Yeah. We're kind of in the same boat.
Yeah. So yeah, I work at Avondale, and so just learning some of the actual facts and tips and tricks with your Facebook marketing and search engine optimization and that kind of stuff with Jess, which was awesome. So actually learning that has been really good to then take back and just know that we can have a bit more of a strategy around that. Then I think personally as well, just we did a writing workshop yesterday on the Saturday, and we had to write down just whatever we wanted to do, and then we workshopped that, and we got feedback from it, and it was nice to have an idea then fleshed out that I want to now take and finish off as part of that. Whether it goes anywhere or not, it's just nice to have that experience and that exercise with people who can give you really good feedback as well.
No worries, thank you guys so much.
No worries.
And we were fortunate enough to be allowed to do a ministry highlight for our experience with the Oz Table Talk podcast.
So, hi everybody. For those of you who I haven't met yet, and I've tried to get around as many as possible, but my name's Luke, and we're with the Oz Table Talk podcast. So this is...
Yeah, I'm Matt. I saw a few of yous last year, so that was pretty cool. So it's good to see new faces and faces from last year as well.
And we have...
Hello, I'm Ben, and this is my first DDC. Wonderful experience, isn't that, everyone?
Yeah, it sure is. And we're not actually alone here. Dave is here. Dave, put your hand up. NATO, where are you? Up the back. Up the back. So we've just been asked to do a bit of a spotlight on our ministry and what we do. So I'd just like to share a couple of things with you as soon as it starts working. So basically the concept of our podcast is that we are having the conversations that you wish you could have in church. So I don't know about you guys, but when I am in church, historically anyway, it's often easy to put the mask on and you talk about the weather, you talk about, oh, that was a nice sermon today, but you don't actually engage with the questions that actually have transformative value on your life. And so we thought that we could change that because we were doing it ourselves. We were sitting around and starting to have those discussions, and at some point, a few of us had sort of kicked around the idea of doing something with that, and eventually Matt was the one that said, you know, this is really good, we should record this, and that was something that the rest of us sort of said, yeah, let's do that. He's laughing because he disagrees with that.
No, he's the only one who thinks that. Like, I don't ever remember saying that, but yet I'm quoted for it repeatedly. And I don't understand it at all.
Verification, do you remember this, Ben? Were you there?
I wasn't in that conversation, no.
Yeah, okay. I remember it. Dave remembers it, so there you go. You're outnumbered. Don't care. So, but one of the beautiful things about the process is that when we started, we were friends. But now we are really close. We've been doing this since 2016, and what we're doing is as much a story about our mission as it is about five guys becoming brothers. And it's been a great experience for us doing that. But the beautiful thing about that is that we're hoping to model this. So when people listen to our podcast, they go, wow, I should be having those sort of conversations. That's exactly the kind of thing that I want to talk to my friends about. And so hopefully when people hear these discussions, they want to have those kind of chats with their friends sitting in their lounge rooms, right? So as the process went on, I mean, we are just five guys from Bundy, right? We're from Bundaberg in Queensland. We're in a regional town. Yeah, Bundy. And we just started doing this, right? So we really didn't have much in the way of connections or any way that we could leverage what we do. And so we just started releasing content. And over time, our content started to change. We started to grow. We started to learn what worked and what didn't. What's on the screen currently is they're just some of our recent episodes that we put out. And as we continued to grow, we thought this is really cool. But we were just sort of releasing here and there, and we were taking it, we were enjoying it, but we weren't taking it super serious until DDC last year. And so Dave, Matt, and Nathaniel, they came last year, and they started they came back and brought back some advice that we really needed to start doing more regular content. Like you were saying, keep showing up, be committed, be consistent. So, running. So basically, that's exactly what we started doing. We committed to releasing on a weekly schedule. So here's the next one.
When we committed to the weekly schedule, DDC is here. So as you can see, things started changing dramatically for us. This chart's a few months old now, but basically we started growing at that point. So even though we started back in 2016, DDC was this pivotal moment for us where we really started to gain traction and keep rolling. So ultimately we recognize that a lot of people don't necessarily use podcasts, but hopefully in this audience, a lot of you guys will be familiar with the process. But if you want to follow us, there's our website, and you can find us Oz Table Talk on Facebook and Instagram. But ultimately, we want people to not only listen to our conversations, but then go on, apply that, and have those conversations that transform their group of friends and bring you guys closer to the people that are around you, just like it has for us. So thank you. Oi.
Yeah, so quickly, just before I hop off, I just wanted you guys to be aware that you've all got the power to make relevant content. Because we're 5 guys with no official training in any kind of ministry. Yeah, we hold position in church, but that's not important. What's important is your own view. And someone's going to connect with that view. And so we can't reach everyone, but everyone's got the ability to network and connect to everyone. So, if you're sitting there going like, I don't have a lot to say, but you might be that one person who can connect to that other person. And so don't ever underestimate that value. So,
yeah, thank you. All right, God bless.
They also closed out the conference in a really beautiful and meaningful way.
Give these people boldness. Give them patience. Give them kindness. Give them wisdom. Help them to see that the technology is just a tool. Horses and chariots and rods and staffs and internet and AI, it's all the same to you. So send these people forth and help us to do what it is that's right in your sight, and help us to walk clearly in your will. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Thanks for coming along for the ride. I know this video was a little bit longer than what we would normally produce, but hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you have, tell us in the comments, share it out there. And if you have a ministry that's been on your heart to start, there's no time like the present. Start today. Because even if you just take the smallest action, it will be one step in that direction. And if we can help you go further toward that ministry, we'd love to do that as well. So if you've got a ministry on your heart to get started with, a digital ministry, reach out to us. We're more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. But even if you don't, you are still a digital disciple. You don't have to be a content creator. You can also be a content curator. When you see good things that are valuable to the people that are following you, share that. That makes you a digital disciple. You could be an engager, because without engagers, content doesn't get highlighted in social media. So if you're an engager, like, comment, share, and the more you do that, then other people get the exposure that their ministries deserve. And so ultimately, it doesn't matter who you are. If you have an internet connection and you believe in Jesus, then you are a digital disciple. The real question is, how will you steward those tools that God has put in your hands? So with that, I leave you guys and look forward to seeing you guys for our next episode on Tuesday. See yous.